press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello everyone. In the last period we have discussed the meaning of history and the types of history. In the 10th standard we are going to discuss the modern European history. The first lesson of modern European history is the contents. First I have to introduce the contents. Section 1, events and processes. The rise of nationalism in Europe, the rise of nationalism in India. Second part is for only test, livelihood, economics and societies, the making of global world, the age of industrialization. Section 3, it was reduced, everyday life, culture and politics, print culture and the modern world. The first, we are going to discuss the rise of nationalism in Europe. This is the history, it can be called as modern European history. In this chapter, you learn introductory part. The first one is the French Revolution and the idea of nation, the making of nationalism in Europe, the age of revolution 1830 to 1848, the making of Germany and Italy, the visualizing the nation, the nationalism and imperialism. The students, you don't need to get an anxiety and don't need to get scared. I will be there with you. We will go, we are going along with we are going very slowly. I will understand, it will be understood by me. Don't worry about this chapter. It is very interesting chapter and it's very easy chapter. Let us learn one by one. The first we are going to discuss introductory part. The rise of nationalism in Europe. First we need to know that what is nationalism. Nationalism refers to the feeling of oneness and the common consciousness with the aim of gaining and maintaining the nation's self-governance. First you have to understand what is nationalism. The rise of nationalism in Europe. You may have seen the Europe is one of the country. It has 48 countries. Europe is one of the continents. It has 44 countries. What is nationalism? The rise of nationalism in Europe, it is going to take second lesson, the rise of nationalism in India. You have to first understand the rise of nationalism in Europe. Why was the rise of nationalism taken place in Europe? Nationalism, which refers, what is nationalism? To the feeling of oneness. To the feeling of oneness. We are not Karnataka, we are not Kannadigas. Sorry, we are all the Indians. That is oneness. Indian nationalist and common consciousness with the aim of gaining and maintaining the nation's self-governance. Self-governance, which means the government has become independent. It was not India is not under controlled by any other countries. Sovereignty. Free itself from outside interference. Before 1947, when India did not become freedom, India was under control by England, which means British. One geographical location, India is one geographical location. Total geographical location is 15,200 square kilometer. The total geographical location of India. One language, there is a one language. We are using many languages in India, but we are one in the nation. That is unity in diversity. One politics, there is a one politics. Frederick system was there in India. Are there in India. And next politics, religion. There are number of religions are there in India, but we are one. Tradition, national symbol. There is a one flag in India. That is means Kesari, white and green. Festivals, there are number of festivals are there. Hindus, Christianity, Yehudi, Parsi, Muslim and Sikhs. But we have to celebrate two national festivals. January 26, we celebrate Republic Day. We celebrate as a Republic Day. August 15th, we celebrate as a Freedom Day, Independent Day. Then you have understood, I think, what is nationalism? The nationalism which refers feeling of oneness, one nation, one flag, one festival. We are all the Indians. We are not Kannadigas, we are not Tamilians, we are not Keralans. All about Indians. This is called nationalism. The first you have understood the nationalism. The first we are going to take in this session we are going to discuss introductory part. In 1848, Frederic Seurat, a French artist, who was Frederic Seurat, a French artist, prepared a series of 4 prints. You have to look at the board. A series of 4 prints are there. The first one is, second one, third one and fourth one. First, second, third, fourth. Prepared a series of 4 prints. Students, you have to keep the book with you. You have to mark on the what I will tell, and next you have to make a point. It's very important to understand the concept. And next, please make a note, listen to carefully, and please look at the first figure, figure 1. Frederic Seurat, a French artist, prepared a series of 4 prints visualizing his dream of a world made up of democratic and social republic. Democratic and social republic. Students have seen the figure 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 among them. We have to take first figure. Next, let us move. Visualizing his dream of world made up of democratic and social republic. What is democratic? A democratic is a system of government by whole population or all the eligible members of a state, typically through elected representatives. Democracy means by the people, for the people and to the people. The system of government by the people, for the people and to the people. What is republic? A state in which supreme power is held by the people and their elected representatives. There are two couple of the things, democracy and republic. What they refer the government which is under control by people. This is democratic and republic. The figure 1 has 4 aspects which were prepared by Frederic Seurat. Why did he think so? The word made up of the republic and the social republic and democracy. Why did he think so? Because he already experienced the world which was ruled by monarchy system. When I say monarchy, what is monarchy? A monarchy is a system of administration. A king was supreme authority. He was not restricted by any rules, laws and regulations. He has supreme authority. He has experienced that the Frederic Seurat, the all world was made up of monarchy system. For an example, the French was ruled by, as you remember in the 9th standard, you have studied the French Revolution. During the French Revolution, why was it happened? Because of the all reasons for the monarchy system. The Louis of Bourbon family, they were doing the dictatorial administration. We have to take the first one figure. Look at the first one figure. There are 4 aspects are there. The first one is the procession, Meravanige, the Statue of Liberty. Mark what I say, mark on the book, the symbol of monarchy, heaven in the sky. What are the 4 things? The procession, the Statue of Liberty, the symbol of monarchy, heaven in the sky. The first we are going to discuss the procession. What is procession? Which shows the people of Europe and America. The people of Europe and America. This is Europe, and next America. Next, this one is America. Total this one is America. People of Europe and America, men and women of all ages and social classes, irrespective of caste, creed, races, all ages. Here this is the first seen figure in the four aspects of them. This is the first. Men and women of all ages and social classes marching in a long train, and offering homage to the Statue of Liberty as they pass by it. The first aspect which refers, you have to choose the first aspect is this one is first aspect, the people of Europe and America. Men and women of all ages marching in a long train, men and women of all ages from born to end. Social classes, which means there are three types of social classes were there in the French society: upper class, middle class, lower class. Upper class, middle class, lower class. The upper class, middle class, the upper class is clergy, second class is king. These two classes were called as privileged society, Savalattina Varga. They did not pay any tax, but they have taken the all services from given by government. And next, the common people, third one is estate. This is called estate system. Third one, estate, which refers common people. They had to pay the tax, but they did not get any facilities given from government. The first clearly expression, the people of Europe, of America, men and women of all ages, marched in a long train and offering homage, which means respect, offering solicitor respect to the Statue of Liberty as they pass by it. Adanna munduvaredu, the first, the people of Europe and America, men and women of all classes and all ages and social classes, marching in a long train and offering homage to the Statue of Liberty as they pass by it. And next, second one is the Statue of Liberty. You may have heard, this is not the Statue of Liberty, which means American USA. This is French Statue of Liberty. You have discussed in the 9th standard French Revolution. As you would recall, artists of the time of the French Revolution personified liberty as a female figure. Personified liberty, which means individual freedom compared with a female figure. Artist of the time, Frederic Suro, French Revolution, personified liberty as a female figure. Why did he think so? Why did he compare like this? Marianne has been the national personification of the French Revolution. The female figure, she was called as Marianne, has been the national person. The second is the Statue of Liberty, personification of the French Republic since the French Revolution, as personification of liberty, equality, fraternity and fraternity. Reason, a portrayal of goddess of liberty. ಇವಳನ್ನು ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಜನರು ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಿದ್ರು? ದೇವತೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಬಟ್ ದ ಮರಿಯಾನೆ ಸ್ಕಲ್ಪ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಥಿಯೋಡರ್ ಡೊರೈಟ್, ಅವನು ಬಿಡಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಸ್ಕಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಇನ್ ದ ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್ ಸೆನೆಟ್. Marianne is displayed in the many places in France. ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು and holds a place of honor in town halls and law courts. Okay. Next one is to introduction of the Statue of Liberty. The French Revolution personified liberty compared with to whom? Female figure, the Statue of Liberty. The first part is the torch of enlightenment she bears in the one hand. Look at the picture. The torch of enlightenment she bears in the one hand. Listen, this is the torch of enlightenment she bears in the one hand. ಒಂದು ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಟಾರ್ಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ಲೈಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಶಿ ಬಿಯರ್ಸ್ ದ human rights. What is torch of enlightenment? Why did she bear? The way of freedom is showing your path of liberty. Light, which means light, whenever we wear the light, we have to go wherever. The enlightenment, which means liberty, path of liberty. They did not get freedom, so many countries. They are offering to homage to the Statue of Liberty because she bears in one hand. Why did people offer to the Statue of Liberty? Because she bears the torch of enlightenment in one hand. And next one is the Statue of Liberty, the Charter of the Rights of Man in the other. What is Charter of Rights? Second one is, what did she bear? Second one is, she bear in the other hand human rights. We have also human rights, rights to equality, rights to freedom, rights to cultural activity, and rights to right to constitutional remedies. The Charter of Rights of Man in the other. The paper explains of list rights such as freedom of speech, religion. Here, the first, in the right hand she bears, listen, the right hand she bears of man, the Charter of the Rights, and the left hand she bears, the right hand she bears, one hand she bears torch of enlightenment, and another hand she bears the Charter of Rights. There are two hands. This is the Statue of Liberty explanation. Okay, next, did you understand? Next, aspect 3, the symbol of monarchy. The students, you have to look at the figure. The symbol of monarchy, here there are pieces, broken pieces are there. There are broken pieces are there. You have to look at the figure 1. There are 4 broken pieces are there. On the earth in foreground of the image lie the shattered remains of the symbols of the absolutist institutions. Absolutist institutions. These are all the broken pieces. Bastille, you have studied in the 8th standard. There are broken pieces. Bastille jail, and next the king palace, and next despotic ruler. These are all things that we can see in the shattered foreground. Shattered, which means tunukugalu, remains of the symbols of absolutist institutions. When I say absolutist, what is absolutist? A government or system of rule that has no restrictions on the power exercise. Simple ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, what is absolutist? Monarchy. When I say monarchy, what is monarchy? A monarch is a system of administration. A king has supreme authority. He was not restricted by any rules and regulations. There are number of kings who ruled over the number of continents. For an example, the French was ruled by Bourbon dynasty. Austria was ruled by Habsburg dynasty. And next, Rome was ruled by Pope. America was ruled by England. There are a number of countries. They were being as a colonial countries, means they were ruled by other countries. Third one is, on the first foreground of the image lie the shattered remains of the symbols of the absolutist institutions. A government or system of rule that has no restrictions on the power exercise. How was their absolutist institution? That was centralized administration. King did not hear any words of the people. This is not like democratic system. This was like dictatorial government. Militarized, which means he had a military system. Repressive, the king has supreme authority. Third one is the symbol of monarchy. Explain the symbol of monarchy. I think you have got to know that the symbol of monarchy. What is symbol of monarchy? A government or system of rule that has no restrictions on the power exercised, that was centralized, militarized, repressive. The king has supreme authority. And next one is Frederick Thoreau. He told utopian vision. What is utopian vision? A vision of a society that is so ideal that it is unlikely to actually exist. A utopian society, which means a society, there is a society, they should have democratic, equality, fraternity and freedom. That is utopian vision, that is ideal state. There was no ideal states when Frederick Sorow he prepared the series of four series of print. He has a dreamt a vision of society that is so ideal that is unlikely to actually exist. And next, the people of the world are grouped as distinct nations. Third one is next you have to look at the first one aspect, this the people marched a long train. The people marched a long train. You have to look at this, the people of the world are grouped as distinct nations. There are a number of nations. The first one is Switzerland. Next one is America. Next one is French. As the following German, Ireland, Hong Kong, Italy. These are all the countries. They marched with a long train. Identify their flags. They identified their flags, and this is the national costume. They had worn their costume, leading the procession. ಅದನ್ನ ದಾಟ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Way fast of liberty. The first nation is the United Nation. United States, which means America, was ruled by England. I have to tell, American Revolution was taken place already. America, leading the procession way fast. This students, you have to understand first, this line is fully made up of all countries, distinct nations, grouped of distinct nations, identified their flags and national customs, leading the procession way fast of liberty. ಅದನ್ನ ದಾಟ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ದಾಟಿದರೆ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು? The first one is the United Nations. Already how to figure ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ದಾಟಿದಾವೆ. The first plus ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, this is the flag of Switzerland. This is the flag of Switzerland. This plus, this is the flag of USA, which means America. Switzerland, the Switzerland which was ruled by German and Italy. Already they had gained the freedom from German and Italy. And next one is the United Nations. The United Nations, the war of American war, which was completed when Sorow was writing this picture. ಈ ಒಂದು ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸೂರೋ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅಮೇರಿಕನ್ ವಾರು ನಡೆದೋಗಿತ್ತು. ಅಮೇರಿಕನ್ ವಾರ್ ಯಾವಾಗಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು? 1757 to 1783 ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ನಡೀತಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅಮೇರಿಕನ್ ವಾರು. ಹೌ ವಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್? ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ whom did take place American war? Listen. First one is German. Next, the first one is the United States, which was ruled by England, America. First, you have to know that who ruled over United States. Due to the geographical exploration and the industrial revolution which had taken place in the Europe, the people of Europe, they wanted to discover new places, they wanted raw materials to run their industries. Therefore, the Spain, England and France, three countries. Thus, look at the map. France in down, Spain was there, Spain is there, up France is there, on that side United Kingdom, that is England. There are three countries who established their colonies in Spain established in South America, France established in Canada, and next England established 13 colonies in North America, and they ruled over the North America. America, they are the new continent. North America and South America. America was discovered by Amerigo Vespucci, and the people of England, they migrated to America. They migrated and stayed and they started the business in America. They started 13 colonies. Which are they? Today we can call as a USA. USA, which means 13 colonies. New York, Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, New Jersey. Like this, there are 7. There are 13 colonies are there, which was established by migrated from England to United States, and they were doing the business by the permission of English. But the England has restricted to the businessmen of English, ಅಂದರೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ 13 ಕಾಲೋನಿಗಳನ್ನ 13 ಕಾಲೋನಿಸನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷರಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡ್ನರು ಏನೋ ರಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಮ್ಮಿಂದಲೇ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಮ್ಮಿಂದಲೇ ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಂತೇಳಿ 13 ಕಾಲೋನಿಸ್ಗಳಿಂದ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಂಗೆಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದೇ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್. ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು ಯಾರು ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೇಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಯುರೋಪಿಯನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸಿಂದ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ದೇವ್ ಏನು ಸಿಟ್ಟಾಯಿತು, ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಂಗೆಡ್ ಅಗೇನೆಸ್ಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಮದರ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ದೇ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇವರು, ಅವರ ಸೆಲ್ಫಿಶ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಉದ್ಧಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ದೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಮೇರಿಕನ್ ವಾರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಟುಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್. ಫೈನಲಿ America had become freedom by the English. Already ಅದು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಮೇರಿಕಾ. And second one is Switzerland. Switzerland was ruled by German and Italy. Switzerland was ruled by German and Italy. Already it had completed their freedom, which was by this already nation state. Which countries had become nation states? There are 2 countries. The first one is Switzerland and next one is United States of America. Already when he was writing, Frederick Suro, when he was writing the 4 print, among that for first print is already these 2 nations. Which are the 2 nations? One is Switzerland, second one is USA. They have crossed the Statue of Liberty, which means Statue of Liberty, which indicates the freedom, which indicates the end of monarchy system, which indicates the human rights. ಅಂದರೆ they got already. ಅದನ್ನು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಂದರೆ just you have to imagine America and Switzerland, they have got one marks question may ask in your examination. Which country had become got independence according to Frederick Suro? The first country is United States. You have to keep it on your mind. Second one is Switzerland, which by this time were already nation states, not modern states. What is nation states? Next further we will discuss nation states. And next one is France, identified by the revolutionary tricolor. Listen, this is already they have crossed which they have crossed. The first one is Switzerland and America, and next this is France tricolor. By this revolutionary tricolor has just reached the statue. The tricolor has reached the statue. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಲುಪ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಎಸ್, ಅದು ಹೆಂಗಿದೆ France, which means when he was writing the painting, the French Revolution was going on. The French Revolution, there are 3 types. 1789 one time French Revolution was taken place. 1830 second French Revolution was taken place. 1848 third revolutionary was taken place. By this time when he was writing the first picture, identified by the revolutionary tricolor, has just reached the statue. She is followed by the people of Germany. She is followed by the people of Germany. Notri. After, before that, tricolor means French. This tricolor, green, red, and yellow. French. This is the third scene. Explain the third scene. Statue of monarchy. She is followed by the people of Germany. And next to ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಯೂನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವುದು? ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಜರ್ಮನಿ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಜರ್ಮನಿ, ದ ಫ್ಲಾಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಜರ್ಮನಿ. Being the black, listen, the first one is black. The people of Germany was wearing the people of Germany were being the black. Second one is red and gold flags. Second and third one is gold flags. This is the people of Germany wearing the black, red and gold flags. Interestingly, at the time when Suro created this image, German people did not yet exist as a united nation. German people did not get freedom. Anagaದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಜರ್ಮನ್ ಕಥೆ ಏನು? Who ruled over the Germany? Already we have seen French Revolution was taken, French freedom was taken place. Switzerland they have crossed. Switzerland was crossed, and next second one is United Nation was crossed. Switzerland was crossed, and next the French just has reached the statue. Third one is and followed by the Germany. ಅದರ ಹಿಂದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಜರ್ಮನಿ. ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಫಿಗರ್. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ನೀವು ಫಿಗರನ್ನು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಈ ಪಾಠ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಟ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ವೆನ್ Suro created this image, German people did not yet exist as a united nation. When did the German become freedom? 1861. But when did Suro paint his painting? 1848. Right, German people did not exist as a united nation. Who ruled over the German? German was ruled by Denmark. There are different. German was scattered according to 1815 Vienna Congress, which was presided by Metternich. Metternich was the despotic ruler of Austria. He divided German. Before that, German was divided 360 provinces, as you have learned. 360 provinces, 360 ಭಾಗಗಳಾಗಿ ಒಡೆದೋಗಿತ್ತು. On Napoleon, he converted 360 into 36. The 36 were ruled by different foreign rulers. One part, Schleswig and Holstein was ruled by Denmark. And next, England, Hanover was ruled by England. And next, France ruled some of the part of German. The German was scattered among various dynasties. ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಡೈನೆಸ್ಟಿಗಳು ಜರ್ಮನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಆಳ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. They were trying to get freedom from the monarchy system. They wanted to become democratic countries as like a United Nation and Switzerland. And also they were trying to they were going to pass the Statue of Liberty. Why did they pass Statue of Liberty? Because it indicates the human rights, and another one is enlightenment. German, it was ruled by Denmark, France and England. The flag they carry in the expression of liberal hopes in 1848 to unify the numerous German speaking principalities, as I said, that into a nation state under the democratic constitution. They wanted the flag they carry. Which flag did they carry? Black, red and gold. Black, red and gold. This flag was carried by the people of Germany. Is an expression of liberal hopes. They wanted liberal hopes. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭರವಸೆ ಇತ್ತು ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ. ಏನಂತ? The expression of liberal hopes. ನಮಗೂ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ in 1848. ಅಂದ್ರೆ means they were, according to him, according to Frederick Suro, he imagined the people of German, they were trying to get freedom. That's why he painted like this. Already United Nations, and next one is Switzerland, they got freedom. And next, just France has reached. The next one is German did not get freedom. The flag then carry is an expression of liberal hopes in 1848 to unify the numerous German speaking principalities. There was no one language numerous languages were there in the France into a nation state. There was no nation state, there was a modern state. The people, they are not supposed to get education, they are not supposed to get equality, freedom and fraternity. Before 1861, under the democratic constitution, they wanted to form nation states and they wanted to form democratic constitution. You know that here this is Germany and next France, next one is Spain, and next one is Poland. Let us see one by one. Poland, this is Poland. And next, following the Germans people, the people of Austria. The first one is, look at the board, correctly see. The first, which is the first? You have to recognize yourself. The first one is United Nations and Switzerland as they pass by. The second one is France has just reached. Explain the long train ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಒಂದು question. The second one is France has just reached. Next one is German did not get freedom from the many dynasties. And following the German people are the people of German ಹಿಂದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಯಾರು? People of Austria. People of Austria. Where is the Austria? Here. Identify Austria. Where is there Austria? Identified? Did you identify? Okay. Pass it and identify. There is a Austria here. Okay. Austria was ruled by Habsburg dynasty till 1918. Till 1918. Note here, Frederick Suro, he was writing this picture 1848. But Austria was trying to get their independence. They were long trying. Austria was ruled by Habsburg dynasty till 1918. After they got freedom, 1918. The Kingdom of Two Sicilies, France, in 1870. The Kingdom of Two Sicilies, which means the Kingdom of Two Sicilies means Italy. Here is the Italy. The Sicilies and Naples and Sicily were under controlled by the dynasty of the Kingdom of Two Sicilies, France, which was ruled by Bourbon dynasty of France in the era of 1870. And next one is Lombardy and Venetia. They were originally from Italian countries. Next, before that, this is this flag which belonged to France. This flag belonged to Germany. This flag belonged to Austria. Next, this flag was belonged to Poland. The next, Poland. Where is Poland? Here is the Poland. This is Poland. The Poland, the Austrian Empire and the Prussian Empire, 1918. The Poland was ruled by the Austrian Empire. And next, the Prussian Empire and Russian Empire. Sorry, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ mistake ಆಗಿದೆ. The Russian Empire, the Prussian Empire and the Austrian Empire. These are the three foreigners who ruled over the Poland till 1918. They were trying to become Indian, become freedom. Next, England. Till 1960, England. This is England. It was ruled by the King of Elizabeth, James II. There are a number of native kings who ruled over the England as a dictators, as a monarchy system. And next one is England. Till 1960, England became freedom. Ireland, the Britain Empire, which was ruled by Britain Empire, 1923. The England was followed by Ireland. Here is this flag is Ireland flag. And next, it was ruled by the British Empire. Next one is Hungary, the Habsburg dynasty of Austria. It was ruled till 1867. Next one is the Russia. The last one is the Russia, the Tsar dynasty, 1917. The Tsar Nicholas, Tsarina Alexander and Lenin, Stalin. Till 1917, they ruled over the Russia as a dictators. You have seen in the 9th standard Russia revolution, you know that these are all the countries, distinct nations. Next, from the four scenes we have discussed. The first one is the procession. You have to remember the first one is the procession, and next one is the Statue of Liberty. Next, third one is shattered, and the foreground of shattered pieces, broken pieces. Next, the fourth one is, did you understand? The fourth one is from the heavens above, Christ, saints and angels gaze upon the scene. Notary, gaze means like this. From the heavens means Swarga, above Christ, he was died. Saints means is disciples ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವನ ಶಿಷ್ಯರು, and angels ದೇವತೆಗಳು. Gaze upon the scene, ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ದೃಶ್ಯನ. They have been used by the artist to symbolize fraternity among the nations of world. The question will be arising in your examination. This scene have been used by the artist to symbolize fraternity among the nation of the world. How do you say that? You should answer that. The following of Germany people of the first one is United Nations and Switzerland, they have crossed. Following the German people are people of Austria, Kingdom of Two Sicilies, Lombardy, Poland, England or Ireland, Hungary, Russia. They carried their flags irrespective of discrimination. Like this, they have been used as the artist symbolize of fraternity among the nations of the world. Fraternity, which means brothers and sisters of the world, among the nations of the world, symbolize. This is the fourth scene. And next one is from the events ever see, Christians and angels, they were seeing, they were looking into the word. The word is going to make up, all fraternity. Already, all the nations of world, they are going to demolish the monarchy system. Next one is the map of Europe. This chapter will deal of many issues visualized by Suro. During 19C Common Era, nationalism emerged as a force which brought about sweeping changes in the political and mental world of Europe. Emerged as a force which brought about sweeping changes in the political and mental world of the Europe. This 19th century, the entire map was changed because all the nations of the Europe had become independent and democratic countries. ಅವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಡೆಮೊಕ್ರೆಟಿಕ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಅದು. ಇವನ್ ಜರ್ಮನ್, ರಷ್ಯಾ, ಪೋಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್ ಐರ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್ ನೇಷನ್, ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡ್, ಸ್ವಿಟ್ಜರ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, North America, South America. These are all the nations. Sweeping changes means they have swept all the monarchy system. In the political and mental world of Europe, the end of result of these changes was the emergence of nation state in the place of multinational dynastic empires in Europe. The end of result, finally, we have to conclude, these changes was the emergence of the nation state. The nation state, the modern state became nation state in the place of multinational dynastic empires in Europe. ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಲೇ ಮತ್ತು ನೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಬಂತು. ದ ನ್ಯೂ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ನೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ came into existence. What is nation states? There are differences between modern state and a nation state. Modern state, what is modern state? The concept and practices of modern state, which is centralized power exercised, sovereign control over a clearly defined territory. ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಪವರ್. ಮಾಡರ್ನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್, ದ ಕಿಂಗ್ he has to central the power over the territory. It had been developed over a long period of time in Europe. For an example, the France who ruled over the Sicily and Naples of Italy. How did France get this land? Due to the wars. Long period of time in Europe. ಇದನ್ನು ಪಡಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇನ್ ಯುರೋಪ್. Right the differences between modern state and nation state, the concept and practice of MS. Modern state which has centralized power exercises sovereign control over a clear defined territory. ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ centralized power. He did not care about people feedback. He had done whatever he wants. ಅವನಿಗೆ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ. It had been developed over a long period of time in Europe. It was not done suddenly. Our next, nation state by the other hand. Nation state was one in which the majority of its citizens. This is the citizen government, which means it is the democratic government. Which cities have become nation state? As you remember that figure first, which cities have become nation state? America and Switzerland have become nation state. Which cities will become a modern state? Germany, France, Russia, Poland, England, Austria. These are called as modern states, which are called as nation state according to Frederick Suro. USA and Switzerland. There are two countries only they have crossed they have got the independent. Means they have established the democratic republic nation state. But and next another remaining these countries, which are they? One is France, Germany, Italy, Austria, Poland, Hungary. These are all the countries. They were going to get freedom. That's why they are called as modern state. Still they were called as modern state. And nation state was one which the majority of its citizens. The government which is under the control of citizens. What is democratic countries? The representatives of people, they are doing the administration, and not only its rulers. It is not under the control by rulers. The first one is nation state, which was under control by citizens. It was not controlled by rulers. It was not controlled by any kings. It was not like a monarchy system. What is monarchy? A king has supreme authority. It was not restricted by any rules and regulations. It was like dictator, like Hitler and Mussolini. It came to develop a sense of common identity. Sense of common identity, which means the German, they identified their flag and their costume and their full style. You have seen the figure 1. That is what I told you guys. You have to remember the figure. You have to capture the remember through your eye. It came to develop a sense of common identity and shared history or descent. Nodri, the each of other they shared history. One German history they shared Italian they shared to Austria to shared their United Nations. Shared history or descent. And next, this commonness did not exist from time immemorial. This commonness did not exist. ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದನೋ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಮೆಮೋರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಹಿಂದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂತಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಫೋರ್ಜ್ಡ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಸ್ಟ್ರಗಲ್ಸ್. There are number of struggles which were taken place in the French when we say French Revolution, the people of French, it was long period of time. It was taking long period of time from 1789 to 1799. Not only 1789 to 99, 1613 from Louis XIV was ruled over the France from 1613 to. You know that French Revolution, Louis XIV, he drained the all treasury, he built a Versailles temple, he had spent his life luxurious, and Louis XV, he conducted war, he waged war and he drained the treasury of France. Louis XVI is Queen Mary Antoinette. They are despotic rulers. They did not care about the people. That's why the people, they struggled against the kings of France. For one example, it was forged through struggles. Forged, which means making through struggles. It was not waging war. Nation state, it was not. It was made. It was made through struggles, not wars. Not doing the wars. Through actions of leaders. There are a number of leaders. Means Robespierre, Dante, Montesquieu, Voltaire, Rousseau in French Revolution. And when we come to the German Revolution, Otto von Bismarck, and when we come to the Italian Revolution, Mazzini, Joseph Mazzini, Count Cavour, Victor Emmanuel, these are all the peoples and the common people. Through actions of leader and the common people. The nation state was prepared by the actions of leader and the common people. These are the differences between 2 marks or 3 marks question. What are the differences between modern state and nation state? Okay, the modern state, which has a centralized power, one hand centralized power. Nation state was decentralization of power. It was majority of its citizens. And next, control over a clear defined territory, it came up as a sense of common identity and shared history or descent. It had been developing over a time in Europe, but it forged through struggles. Did you understand? Okay, next. This chapter will look at the diverse process through which nation states and nationalism came into being in 19th century Europe. This chapter will look at the diverse processes. These are all the processes through which nation states, nation states and nationalism, where nationalism came into being in 19th century. Which are the places? The one is French Revolution and the Russian Revolution. The nationalism which was arised from the French Revolution and Russian Revolution. It is the unification of Italy, the unification of Germany. These diverse processes through which nation states and nationalism came into 19th century. Okay, and next, what we have discussed, students, the first one is Frederic Seurat. Who was Frederic Seurat? He was an artist of France. 1 marks question. Who prepared 4 series prints? The Frederic Seurat prepared 4 series of print. The first one is the processes, second one is the Statue of Liberty, and third one is the absolute monarchy, the symbol of monarchy. The fourth one is heaven in the sky. The first one is the processes. One, we have to recap what we have discussed. The first one is a long train. The people of all means United States and Europe, people of US and US and Europe, they marched a long train of all ages, men and women. And next, they homage Statue of Liberty. Why? Because the Statue of Liberty, which denotes the enlightenment and liberty and human rights. She bears in the one hand she bears enlightenment, another one hand she bears human rights. This is the two things we have discussed. And next one is, there are group of people, they grouped several members of, first one is, who crossed the Statue of Liberty? America and Switzerland. Who have to be crossed? One is German, France, Austria, Hungary, Poland. These are all have to be crossed, because which means they did not even get freedom. But 2 states have become freedom. And next, 4th scene is heaven in the sky. Explain the, just you have to put a question of yourself. Explain the explain the four scenes which was prepared by Frederick Soro. The first one is simple, you have to explain. First one is the procession, second one is the Statue of Liberty, the third one is the monarchy system, the fourth one is heaven in the sky. Next one is, second question is, what are the differences between modern state and nation state? Okay, I think you have understood. Thank you.